Hello, welcome back to the Escape Pod. Thank you for escaping with us. That's Alex. I'm Andrew.
And as always, with great power comes great I don't need you anymore ability.
Yeah, who is it?
Unfortunately for you, I've only been using you this entire time to gain a platform. And I don't know if you know this, the podcast has now surpassed your Instagram and followers.
Yes.
We have 10,000 more followers than you, so I no longer need you. So I've actually hired some reinforcements real quick.
Yeah, here we go.
Get in here.
There he is! Oh my gosh. I'm out. I'm just out. Okay.
You're out.
It's water in there if you want. Yeah.
Bye. All right, welcome everybody to the inaugural episode of The Last Jedi and Spider-Man Homecoming Pod, where we only talk about Peak. Is that right?
Absolutely. Hello, everyone.
There he is. Welcome
Thank
to
you
the
for
show.
coming.
Of
Thank
course.
you for coming.
This is a long time coming.
Oh, yeah.
I would like you to tell the story if that's okay.
Yeah, 2 years ago, I stitched a video defending Hat Guy,
Yes.
where I also just called you Hat Guy because I didn't know your name.
Yep,
And then
totally
I was
fair.
advised that was actually what you're called.
Uh-huh.
And then we met each other at an event.
Yes.
And you said, I'd love to have you on the podcast.
Yes.
And then every few months, we'd see each other at
Yeah.
events, and you'd say, when are you free this week? And then you'd text me and be like, Friday, we're doing it. And then I'd never hear from you. And then we'd do it again at the next event.
Yep.
And now it's been 2 years.
Yeah, so
Yes.
it became a running joke at events when we saw him.
Oh,
I was like,
gotta have you on the
why
pod.
haven't you been on the podcast?
Yes.
Yet? Like, what's going on?
Yes.
That was great.
We met at an Oppenheimer event. That's how long ago this is.
Yes.
Was that at CT and Co?
Yeah.
It was Cinema Joe's.
Yeah. But yeah, so here we are now, and you're finally here, and we're going to just get into it. We're going to allow you to introduce yourself at the start of this segment, where it's kind of our interview segment. We're just kind of going to rapid fire questions at you real quick.
Oh, okay, cool.
What's the time? What, 5 minutes?
Yeah, I'm going to put 5 minutes on the
Hot
clock.
seat. We put 5 minutes on the clock. We rapid fire questions at you. You can take as long as you want to answer them, or do it quickly. We'll rapid fire more. Up to you. But we're going to do 5 minutes of questions. Are we
3,
ready?
2, 1.
All right. Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Nikhil Clayton. I make TikToks and YouTube videos about random comic things, usually the X-Men, and that's basically
Big
it.
X-Men guy.
Big X-Men person.
There you go.
Keep going.
Okay. Do you play video games?
Very rarely. I'm very bad at them.
Okay.
I
Do you
tried
have a
to have a
favorite?
Twitch.
Like, what have you played?
Lego Marvel Superheroes is the best video game of all time.
Whoa.
Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga is my pick. So,
Second.
So-
No, it's not second, but it's up there.
but like very
You have
similar.
Lego
Very similar.
Marvel.
Lego
over-
Marvel's the best one ever.
over Lego Star Wars.
Yes, I do.
Great. I think that's kind of crazy. No.
Lego Marvel's fun.
Lego Marvel is
But-
amazing.
None of us have mentioned Lego Batman, and Lego Batman.
Lego Batman is fun.
phenomenal.
Lego Batman is what made me want a Lego Marvel, and then they made one, and it was in fact better.
Interesting.
All right.
Are you excited for the Wolverine game at all?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Okay, so you
Because
you will be playing that one.
I will be
Okay.
playing Wolverine. I started a Twitch just so I would be ready and have an audience by the time Wolverine came out, and then it took so long to come out. I've now given up on the Twitch.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. What about the Spider-Man Insomniac games?
Oh yeah, they're wonderful.
Yeah. About Arkham, Batman Arkham. You ever play those?
I played the first one. I tried to play the second one. I was too bad. I couldn't do it.
You quit because you were bad at the Arkham games. You know you can turn down the difficulty.
Theoretically, I know this. Yes.
You don't know
They're
what
all so good. You should play. All right.
That's fair. That's very similar to how I am about video games. So you're pro DCU the Batman merger.
Yes.
Why?
That was a very confusing way to say that. I think the entire thing with Batman is that, or Batman and Superman, is you got to have the juxtaposition of the tones. And everyone just is like, but if we do this, the tones will clash too much. And that's the whole freaking point. I think Gotham should not feel like it's from the same place as Metropolis. Like, you should have a moment of like, this is weird to see Batman in Metropolis. You have it when it's in the comic. You should have it in a movie too.
This is all great points, but I do think there is like a window in which, like, at some point it gets too different.
The thing is, I think that the Matt Reeves Batman universe is the perfect stylization of Batman for like what I want. And like, it is, people call it real. It's not real at all. It's an incredibly stylistic noir type movie. And I think that sharp style is our only chance at ever getting this, because everyone else takes it to like real, like the Dark Knight, which is in Chicago, and then it's like, okay, that's not a real clash of tone to have Chicago.
But it's not just tone; it's also like world building. I can't see that Batman go toe to toe with like a Brainiac.
No,
or
but like
that
that's the
Lex
thing.
Luthor.
Like, when you see Batman come up against Darkseid, you should have a moment of like, that doesn't make any goddamn sense.
Yeah, but when he does outsmart Brainiac or outsmart Darkseid by figuring out his
This
password
makes
or
it
his
even
code.
more impressive that you know what he usually
it
is
just-
fucking with random people.
It just, I don't know. It's gonna feel weird. I think.
It's supposed to. It's supposed to be a little weird that Batman's
I'm
there.
with you. I don't
No,
like it.
it's
I don't like
supposed
it.
to be. I don't know if it's supposed to be weird, but I see what you're saying, but I don't know.
I'm anti-merger.
I'm anti-merger.
All right. Next one.
You said you were watching Peacemaker. We were talking about it a second ago. You're a boys guy. You like the boys.
I love the boys.
Okay, good. We can talk about that. But you're not watching Gen V.
Just because I'm lazy.
Yeah,
yeah. I got nothing against it. It
He's
seems
like
like a
me.
wonderful show.
Watching TV shows is tough for him. I love it. I totally get it. Okay, so you are watching Peacemaker. You caught up on Peacemaker.
Yes, caught up.
As of filming this, I think episode 6 just came out. What are you thinking about it so far? Is it better than season 1? Does it fit into the DCU well? What do you think?
I'm loving it. I don't know about how it fits in the DCU. It's the DCU's brand freaking new. But can we curse on this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. The DCU is brand new, but I think I'd probably put it above season 1. I'm enjoying this season a lot.
I am too. I would too.
Yeah, me too.
And I feel like a lot of people would.
I think a lot of
take.
just people have an issue with the sequels of anything.
Yeah.
Because it's like the first time you see it, it's so fresh. It's kind of like the opening. Everyone had like a reaction to the opening, and it's like the first time you're shocked that's happening. The second time you're like, what are they gonna do? That's just a completely different expectation to go in with.
Yeah.
That's fair. What did you think of Marvel Zombies?
I loved Marvel Zombies.
Good.
I watched it this morning because I thought you'd talk about it.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, I liked
watched
it a
all
lot.
2 hours this morning?
I watched all 2 hours this morning.
It's really fun.
It's really fun.
Yeah.
It rose my stake in Doomsday. I am slightly less upset about Doomsday.
Wow. How interesting is that? Why?
Because my biggest issue with Doomsday has been that I don't think we know the characters enough to get hype about seeing them interact, and I was enjoying watching them interact. So
Let them cook. We've said this almost verbatim multiple times on the podcast. I like this. This is great.
Speaking of Doomsday, let's ask this question, and this is a question to both of y'all. When do we think we're getting the Doomsday like promo is going to start? Like when are we getting a first teaser or trailer or this or that? Like when is all that going to start?
I still think they're waiting to delay it. They're playing a game of chicken with Dune over the IMAX screens.
I completely agree with you that I think Doomsday and Spider-Man both get delayed.
I don't know about Spider-Man because that's Sony. Like that's a whole other ball
But
of wax.
Spider-Man, it comes out in July. They're still working on it.
That's bad. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
Like they just casted
Doomsday, I
Tombstone.
think, will be ready. It's just they want the IMAX screens, and Dune has them. And so I think they're going to want to push it. And what they're waiting is for Dune to say they'll move. But then I just don't know if they're going to move.
No. That's why Spider-Verse moved. The last time Spider-Verse moved, it was just for a better IMAX window.
Yeah.
They're filming Doomsday right now, right?
They just wrapped.
Doomsday wrapped,
Yeah. Like it's not a matter of it'll not be done.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
just they have a big
But
competition.
okay, in terms of like promotion,
I think it should come out in May.
what did they do with Endgame? Did they waited till Infinity War was done
Yeah.
before, and it was
For
just
sure.
a year apart, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I don't
maybe
think
they'll
there
wait till
was.
after
I
Civil
don't think
War.
there was a ton of promotion. Like because Endgame was just
Like you didn't.
You need it.
They
like,
gave
to
us
go
one
through it.
trailer that showed us like the first 30 minutes of footage, and then like you didn't see anything other than that.
No, I think Doomsday they're going to need a bigger marketing push for. I just think they're waiting to see if they have to delay it again.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. Last two.
You loved Hundreds of Beavers.
I love fucking Hundreds of Beavers. Yeah, man.
Okay, so Hundreds of Beavers was because
Have you seen Hundreds of Beavers?
Yes, we have. We went to a screening with the creators.
I was there.
Okay.
This was the one where you said, "What are you doing Friday?" That's what I always think about.
That's really funny.
You at that one?
Yeah.
I'm just like, you were like right in
So
front
they're
of us.
like clearly on drugs, just running around
Yeah,
the theater. Yeah.
That I became friends with all of those people because I promoted this movie so much. Like they used to, when they would make posts and stuff about stuff in LA, they would tag like the director, the writer, and everything, and they would tag me. It was like 5 people, and I was randomly also
So
involved.
Hundreds of Beavers is basically like a 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, winners of lots of awards, indie movie that's like, was it black and white?
Yes,
It was black and white,
Black
and it was
and
like
white.
99% silent.
99% silent.
It's essentially like a Looney Tunes
Yeah,
cartoon.
it's 100%.
How I describe it, not to keep talking
No,
over
go
your
ahead,
own
go ahead.
podcast. How I describe it is it's a man figuring out how to live in a cartoon through rigorous trial and error.
Yeah.
Because it's just, he starts out, there's cartoon physics, he doesn't understand it, and then he turns it all to his advantage
Yeah.
and like takes over. It's amazing.
And he fights hundreds of beavers.
And he fights hundreds of beavers.
And it's basically just 3 guys who went out into the woods and froze their butts off for like 6 months.
For 4 years.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then they just like paraded it around the world.
And how many beaver suits did they have? Like 3,
It was like 3 or something.
Like
Yeah.
every shot was like an After Effects shot where they had to like at least do something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's literally just a Looney Tunes cartoon, live action black. It's just
For 2 hours.
It's the weirdest thing in the world. For what it is good, but it is also 2 hours of just that.
I think it's fantastic.
So I was
There's
like
no
high on it for one
qualifier
reason,
for
but
me.
low on it for another.
It was a painful watch for me.
That is absurd. That is a
I did not
stupid
like
thing to
it.
say.
It was at some point it got a little repetitive because it was too long. but
I
I love the
so
people who
vehemently
made
disagree.
it.
I so
They were
vehemently disagree.
so funny. They
They're
were out of their
hilarious.
minds.
Well, what it is too is like it's not just doing silly antics for 2 hours because every single frame of that movie comes back in another payoff later in the movie. You know,
This
like
guy has
it was
studied hundreds of beavers.
It was.
I can't imagine.
Guys, this is like one of my top movies of all time. I love Hundreds of
told
Beavers. It literally, it's like. It's Chekhov's gun to a degree I've never seen. If you see something in this film, it will have a payoff and a joke later down the movie, no matter how small it is. And it's literally every single frame. It's beautiful. They released a Blu-ray that I also have, where they have 3 different directors' commentaries over it, and each one is them getting progressively drunker.
That one I would have loved to watch actually because they're so entertaining.
Yeah.
They literally had like they fist fought a guy dressed as a beaver at our screening.
Yeah,
Their
they like wrestled
Q&A.
him.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
a beautiful.
The Q&A was much more entertaining.
I
than the
agree.
movie for me.
I will say, I think it is harder to watch. I've now seen it many times in theaters. I think it is harder to watch without a guy cartwheeling and yelling, "It's me," and throwing beer into the crowd when his name comes up in the credits.
Yeah.
I think without that, there is a moment of like, why are the credits playing at an hour in? But with that, it's a beautiful experience.
Oh, I'm glad you enjoy it.
Yeah. All
I
right.
cannot believe you guys don't like Hundreds of Beavers.
I
That
mean,
is actually.
again, I
came
appreciate
in
it.
ready to fight you on many things. I did not
Hundreds of
expect
Beavers
this
was
would
not
be one of them.
I loved it for what it was. It was just
I didn't love
can't-
it for what
it
it
was
was.
just-
That
I-
hurts me. That
why?
hurts me to my soul, actually.
we
I
were
don't
like an
care.
hour in and we were like, oh, so this is just what it's going to be the whole
Yeah.
time.
How?
And,
Because
but that
they
is
did-
good. But what
But
it
wait,
is good.
How
but
can you even think that? Because it's him mapping the. We're gonna spoil Hundreds of Beavers. It's him mapping the territory and stuff, and I admit that goes on for a while.
long
But then
time.
it becomes the fucking hidden fortress of beavers,
Of beavers.
and they go to
care.
space and shit. You cannot have predicted that any of that was happening.
Yeah, but okay, it's
but
unpredictable.
the-
Wow, it doesn't mean it's not boring.
the comedy and the physics are just like
I don't-
you're like I've seen this. Okay, I've seen it. It's Looney Tunes.
Ridiculous.
I don't remember
Ridiculous.
laughing.
Looney Tune cartoons are
You
8 minutes
don't
long.
remember laughing?
No.
You're dumb.
I remember laughing at the Q&A.
See what this is. I do think there's an issue if you know you can't handle black and white or you can't handle silent.
I have
It's
no
a
problem with black and white. I
feel-
probably have a problem with silent.
You don't watch silent movies?
No.
Well, yeah, that could be a problem for you.
I've never seen, what's it called? What a Wonderful Time? What's the one?
It's a Wonderful
It's a Wonderful Life,
No,
not
obviously,
silent.
It's
Not
a Wonderful
silent.
Life is not silent. The famous Charlie Chaplin one. What's it called? New
Modern Times?
Modern Times. Thank you. There we go.
I've never seen mine.
I
Oh,
love
yeah. Well, thank you for knowing it.
I love Looney Tunes, but Looney Tune cartoons.
Did you watch Looney Tunes the day the Earth blew up?
No.
I'm in way more hostile territory than I thought I would.
But I heard that movie is amazing, but the trailers made me want to.
The trailers
shoot
were
my-
bad
yeah.
because they played up the fucking influencer thing for some reason, which is like a 10
And
second.
it was like fart jokes in the trailer.
Yeah,
It was
it's like all of that's like a 2-second bit. I don't know why they were like, that's
So-
how we're gonna get the kids. But
bad.
like, it's
So
a really good movie. It's not on Hundreds of Beavers ever, but you know.
most Looney Tune things are like shorts that are like 10 minutes long, and I feel like if Hundreds of Beavers was a short
Because
film, I
it's
would've
not
loved it.
about, it's not a Looney Tunes isekai. It's just a Looney Tunes comic. You got to have more time so that he can learn the Looney Tunes logic.
Okay, well, it's gonna be boring. I love it. I love it.
So we'll move on to. Do you want to do any more questions?
We were gonna let him do a high-low buffalo if he wanted.
Oh sure, yeah.
Do you know what a high-low buffalo is?
No.
Okay, high-low buffalo on this podcast and how we do it is you give us a high, something that you're really excited about, something that happened in your life that's good. You give us a low, something that you didn't like, something that is bringing you down right now, and then a buffalo, anything random that you haven't talked about yet that you want to. So give us a high, a low, and a buffalo. Something you like, something you dislike, something random.
In my life,
Yep.
Sure, it can be anything. It can
It could be
Jesus.
literally anything.
I don't have a life.
be. Oh.
Is this live, by the way, or do you cut these up?
No.
Oh, we can edit it, but normally I don't.
You just throw it on.
Yep.
All right.
So get to it.
Cut that out. I don't fucking know, man. High is I'm going to the Tron thing, which is going to be very fun.
Very fun. Yeah.
I
What do you think about Legacy?
haven't seen it. I gotta say this. Tron thing's gonna be fun because my fiance is very into Tron, and I get to bring them to Tron. I don't personally know much about Tron.
Sure. Okay.
But
Okay.
I gotta do that. That's a high. Low is I'm not going to New York Comic Con, and that makes me sad.
Boo.
And Buffalo is that Hundreds of Beers is good.
Fair enough. We do an agree disagree. Let's
We're
get
doing
to
our
it.
most famous segment, Agree or Disagree.
Oh,
there
thank
you
you.
go.
And then we're doing a Patreon episode with him, on which we will probably do a bracket and discuss random things.
That's correct.
And we also have a segment after this called Comics versus
Movies. And
Oh, fun.
We'll get into that explanation in a minute. But that's a new segment. Here we go. Y'all ready for Agree or Disagree? You know the rules. You've
I
seen this
assume I
before?
agree
We
or
will-
disagree.
Yes, we will count it down. So 3, 2, 1, then flip. Don't flip before that. Here we go.
Got it.
Nice job teaching them early.
We've been through the rigmarole.
Yeah.
People read it and like the guests will do it already. And we also need to say it out loud for the audio listeners.
Yes.
I've had audio listeners text me and be like, you just hold it up and don't say it out loud. We have no idea whether you agree or disagree.
Yep, you're right.
That is actually hilarious.
Our bad.
It's our bad. The Dark Knight is the best Batman movie.
3,
2, 1. Agree, disagree. Y'all
What do you
learn.
got? What do you got?
The Batman.
Oh, so you like the Batman more?
Yeah.
Okay, give us a quick synopsis of why.
It is the hyper stylization. I like
Yeah.
that very noir, very seedy atmosphere
Yeah.
for Batman.
You like that opening monologue, that kind of stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah. I need to watch the Batman again. I've only seen it once. I remember being really good. We just rewatched The Dark Knight. Everyone hates me. Everyone hates me.
You don't
because
like The Dark Knight
I
at
love.
all?
I gave it a 9 out of 10. I just don't like the ending very much, and people act like I'm.
I think
like
The
an
Dark
actually
Knight
terrible
is
person.
amazing. Like, I think it is a
No,
genuinely very good film.
it's
I just would
great.
put the Batman above it.
That's fine. That's fine.
I said disagree because I need to rewatch the Batman and also Batman Under the Red Hood.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't even thinking of the animated ones.
You are now.
But I would still put, I think, both of the other two above
Sure.
Under the Red Hood.
Yeah, me too. Is Under the Red Hood your favorite animated Batman movie?
Probably.
Or are you a Mask of the Phantasm guy?
Nah, probably Under the Red Hood.
Under the Red Hood's so good.
It's very good, yeah.
I love Batman the Animated Series. I've said many times that it's like one of my favorite, if not my favorite show of all time, okay?
Okay.
I think Mask of the Phantasm is kind of weak. It doesn't do it for me. Like I think it's like a weaker episode of the show, personally, for me.
Okay.
But like everybody loves it so much.
I like this guy.
I got no stake in this.
This guy's energy. I love it. I love it.
Next one.
Yeah.
Captain America Civil
Oh.
War is better than the Civil War comic. Rare for us to talk about a comic that all three of us have read, I assume.
Oh, yeah.
Of course.
3,
2,
2, 1. Disagree.
Agree, disagree. You like the comic
You
better
like
than
the
the movie.
comic?
I do like the comic.
That's
Mainly,
crazy.
there's mainly one thing that I like. I mean, both are great. I love the movie, obviously. I like the explanation of the differences that they have and what Captain America is trying to do in the comics. I think they flesh that out better than it just being like, I'm gonna like defend Bucky.
I think, yeah, the inciting incident of the Registration Act is
Yeah.
better than the Sokovia Accords.
Yeah.
But I do think that's where the props to the comic end.
I disagree. I've got one more prop to the comic that I think you'll both agree with. I think the Civil War comic does stakes better. People actually die.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I was about to say.
that's
Things
fair.
more brutal.
Actually happen. Like the worst thing
It is
that happens
a
in
war,
Civil War
to be fair.
is Rhodey loses his legs and Spider-Man gets punched in the face, and now they're not the Avengers anymore. But then they're the Avengers a movie and a,
A
half
movie
later.
later. It's,
like
yeah. I think, yeah.
Giant Man dies.
The stakes are definitely better, and I think obviously it's a comic, so you have more characters and you can do more with them.
yeah,
I just
sure.
think you have the fundamental split between Iron Man and Cap is worse because Iron Man's even worse in the comic.
yes,
Like, he's just-
way stronger in the movie.
He's just like a bad guy all of a sudden.
Yep.
And it's like if you're sending drones and shit after, I don't remember what he sends after Spider-Man, but he sends something after Spider-Man, and then Punisher has to save Spider-Man. Like, it's a bunch of random crap to make Iron Man look super evil,
Yep.
so it'll work. And Iron Man's logic works better with the Sokovia Accords.
Yep.
Yeah, no, like that's what I mean. Like Iron Man's side makes a lot more sense.
He's still wrong, to be clear.
Yeah,
but,
I'm still
yes.
Team Cap, but like being Team Iron Man in the movies makes a lot more sense than being Team Iron Man in the comics.
If you're Team Iron Man in the comic, I don't
Yeah.
understand what you just like fascism. You're just
Yes.
like, God, I love signing people up on lists. That's my favorite thing.
Yeah, and like he's pressuring Spider-Man to like reveal his identity, and there's fallout from that. And Punisher is shooting people, and Captain America is fighting Punisher, and then
Captain America fighting Punisher is what I do like that.
I love
That's
that.
a wonderful sequence.
And then Cap fighting Iron Man is also more brutal. Literally, Cap's jaws hanging off
yep.
in that scene. And when I first watched the movie, I remember thinking, I was like, oh, this is about to get insane.
Yeah, I thought they were for sure going to kill Cap in that movie.
I thought he was going to get effed up. But
no, I thought it was going to be like the comic, because Grillo was in it. I thought it was going to be Crossbones. I thought he was going to shoot him just like in the comic. But yeah.
But no, I think the comic does have, like, you have the characters can do more because it is a comic, but I think making it a more nuanced and chiller thing made for a better story in the long run.
But for me, like, if I was to rate them, we're an out of 10 podcast. If I was to rate them, even though they're different mediums, I would give the Civil War movie a 9 out of 10. I think the best score I'm going to give the comic is a 7.5. I have a lot of problems with it.
I'd agree with that.
Yeah. The X-Men should have returned in Deadpool and Wolverine instead of Avengers Doomsday. So we're talking about, Alan Cumming and James Marsden and, Ian McKellen and Sir Patrick Stewart and all that. 3, 2, 1. Disagree. And
agree.
Nikhil, you're saying agree.
I
Why?
agree. Well, because the specific qualifications did not involve never having them come back. But
that's what you want.
That's what I would have preferred. I think Deadpool and Wolverine was already one giant nostalgia bait, and it was sold as that, and it was sold as a love letter to that franchise. So if you want to have the fifth goodbye to the X-Men franchise, do it there. We can have the Alan Cumming and everyone there, and you can have them interact with Deadpool and Wolverine. Obviously not in the story that actually happened, but if you were going to make a movie that had them, you could do it there. I think in Doomsday, it just clogs the movie. And it's again, we just did a love letter with Deadpool and Wolverine, and now we're doing another one by saying goodbye to them yet again in Doomsday.
Yeah. I say disagree because I think Deadpool Wolverine was already a mess, and I don't know how you add all those characters and not make it even messier.
I was going from a hypothetical different situation.
I understand, but I think I agree with you about not doing it at all, maybe.
That's what Days of Future Past was the goodbye.
Yeah.
I feel like we keep being we got to say goodbye to these characters. We keep doing that though.
Yeah.
Logan also goodbye to Charles. Charles dies all the time. And that's the other issue with me now.
I mean, he dies weekly.
Yeah.
Yeah. To your point, the end credit scene where they do the little montage, it does feel weird to now bring them back again. But apart from that, I what he was saying is it's already messy, and we already have 5, 6 cameos in that movie that are not cameos, they're actual characters in the movie. Where I'm just Doomsday and Secret Wars need some insane stuff, so give it to them.
So I would agree that it would be too messy. I just think I'd prefer one messy movie over two.
Yeah, I agree with you. I've been on the train that Doomsday is going to be too messy for me since the beginning.
So is this, you guys don't care for Deadpool and Wolverine?
I like it. It's just it's messy, but it's still fun, funny, and entertaining.
I give it a 7 out of 10.
I give it an 8.
I think it's a totally fine film, especially as a love letter to that series.
Yeah.
Sure.
And I think watching the credits actually made me retroactively like it more because it was the love letter to these the time of their lives where they were doing this for 20 or not for however long they did, 10 years or something. And I think I like that more than just we made this because we thought this was a really cool story, because it's just it's action figures slapping into each other, which has an appeal, but
it's fun. Some movies can just be fun, but it's not the best.
It has Gambit though, so.
Do you like the Channing Tatum Gambit portrayal?
I like him for what he is in that movie. I think as a parody that the entire joke is I never got to have a movie.
Correct.
He's great. I am nervous about him in Doomsday.
Yes, me too, because he's such a parody in Deadpool.
To be fair, he did come out and say the Russos told him to tone it down and that he couldn't be so silly. And I like that. So good on the Russos, I guess. We'll see.
But you are, we'll talk about Gambit in a little bit, but I do look at you as definitely the resident Gambit guy I know. And I just want to say, what is your take? So obviously they're going to recast him with the Schreier X-Men movie, if they even do him, et cetera, et cetera. Are there people that you would like to play Gambit after Tatum? How do you feel about Channing Tatum?
I appreciate how much Tatum loves Gambit. And I like that he got his chance. I don't need to see him come back personally.
Yeah.
I would like a different actor. My ideal has always been Lakeith Stanfield. I think he would kill it. He's getting a little up there in age, so we got to do it soon, or we're gonna have to find a younger person. But that would be that's always my number one pick.
My girlfriend Rachel, her celebrity crush is usually our pick, and that would be Austin Butler.
Austin is, no offense to your girlfriend Rachel, I think the most obvious pick because he looks like Gambit.
He
And
looks
that's
like Gambit, and he's
what-
hot, and he could do the southern.
and he could do it. He'd never do it, and I think that's the
Really?
thing. He's too art. Like there are people who are not going to sign up for a 10-picture MCU deal, and probably don't need to sign up for a 10-picture MCU deal. And I would be shocked if
You
Austin
think he's
Butler
too
came in.
artsy?
Yeah, or just
I
I think
so
he's.
disagree with that.
If the X-Men came in and got a better reputation as more than just popcorn flicks, I think Butler would be interested. But right now he's all about like pushing his, chops and his skill as an actor, and I don't think he's going to see Gambit as a challenge. Not that he shouldn't be a challenge, I just don't think he'll see it.
He's
as that.
huge though. Why is he so buff now? He's getting ready for some superhero project.
I don't know. That's not
People
for
can
sure.
get big for other types
Also,
of movies.
He's massive.
Does he
though.
die in Dune? He does at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Okay.
kill
Well,
him
then
in
never
Dune.
mind.
Yeah, no, he's like massive now. Like it's like
Gyllenhaal got shredded for a boxing movie or whatever the frick.
It's true. Boxing movies are big right now.
So Austin Butler's going to be the next Dwayne the Rock Johnson movie.
Yeah, maybe. That's
Smashing
more
machine.
likely than him being Gambit.
I think he would not want to sign up for Gambit.
That's
Yeah,
so.
I would
agree.
take it. Like I'm not against it. I just don't think but it's a good cast because he looks just like the man. But I don't think he'll ever do it.
Interesting. The traffic in Los Angeles has gotten out of control.
3.
2, 1. Agree. I also have the caveat of disagree because I feel like it's always been like
That's what I
that.
was gonna say. It's not new.
But
The hell is this question?
recently, I've had a couple of bad experiences where it's like I'm driving to this place that's 20 minutes away and it's taking me an hour 40.
Yeah. It's awful.
When I first moved here 2 years ago, I got into just parked on the highway for like an hour. Just there was no movement at all. The whole highway was still.
Wow.
It's never been that bad again.
It's awful. It's awful. You can never know what time you're gonna get somewhere.
Yeah.
It's just awful.
Well, even coming here today, I got delayed from
Yeah,
the traffic.
It happens.
Now you know why I was scheduling things for the first time in my life.
Yeah. You're like, can we film at this time? I was like,
Oh yeah, and I
"You
kept
never
pushing
know."
it back
You
too,
never
which
know. He's
wasn't
like,
helpful.
Oh, can we wait 20 minutes? I was like, yeah, I don't freaking care.
Yeah, no. Well, when we were talking about it the other day, he was like, "You don't have like a specific time."
Well, I was just like, when do you want me
to?
to show up? And he was like, just come by. And I was like, when do you film? And he was like, we don't have times. We roll out of
wake up
bed,
in
we
the
work
morning.
1 hour, we go back to bed.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
We do have to film like 4 or 5 episodes today, but between today and tomorrow.
Oh, seriously?
Yes, because he's about to be out of town, and then we're out of town for New York Comic Con for the next 2 weeks. So we will be filming.
I'll be out of town.
You're out of
10
town for
days.
Comic Con for 2 weeks?
He is out of town this coming week, and then we are
I
both
leave
out of town
Wednesday.
next week.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see.
My mother's birthday. Happy birthday, Mom.
Happy birthday,
Yay,
Alex's
Dad.
mom.
But yeah, ooh, that was exciting.
I was wondering if you were going to see that. Okay.
So this is going to be I. I'm going to start this sentence as I, so you're speaking about yourself.
Oh, about me. Okay.
Okay.
I am worried about X-Men 97 Season 2. 3, 2, 1. Agree.
Of course.
Why are you worried?
Because they got rid of the guy,
Bo DeMaio.
Bo DeMaio.
Uh-huh.
And that's like, I'm not trying to say like, you should have kept Bo DeMaio. He did a very good job,
Yes.
and he knew the X-Men inside and out.
Yes.
And this is something I've said to you before.
I've been dying for you to say this on the podcast.
But I think in order to adapt the X-Men, it's gotta be personal to you.
Yeah.
It's gotta be something that's more than just like, oh, these are my favorite superheroes that fight my favorite supervillain. Like it's gotta mean something, because it's steeped in so much real stuff. And I think that as a queer black man, he felt the X-Men on a real level. And I'm not like, I don't know anything about the new guy, but it's more just like he did good. And now I'd like to think X-Men, if he was still on the project, I'd be like, X-Men 97 Season 2 is going to be the best thing we've ever seen.
Yes.
But there is an element of doubt in that I don't know who's running the show now.
Yeah. Yeah. I think everyone's kind of feeling that. And we kind of knew why he was fired, and then we kind of didn't. And then, but like, his most recent tirade on Twitter was like, "Oh well, yeah, he's never coming back." I was kind of holding out hope that maybe they'll come to their senses. But then he was like, Kevin Feige sucks, and I was like, "Oh yeah, it's done, it's over."
It wasn't the James Gunn route, because they fired James Gunn from Guardians 3. Then he went and made the Suicide Squad, and they hired him back.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, they also had the petition and everything for him.
Of course, and Chris Pratt and all those, and Dave Bautista were like, "I am not coming back if James Gunn isn't coming back." Which, by the way, homies of all homies, like I yearn to have a moment like that. I yearn to be canceled, get fired from this podcast, and Andrew come out and say, I'm not doing the podcast without Hat Guy.
Yeah, it would happen. They did that for Chris Pratt, too. RDJ and all those people came out for Chris Pratt. So, like, the MCU...
Well, he was never fired, though. They were just like, stop being mean to our boy.
Yeah, I mean, for being canceled. So, there was no petition for Chris Pratt to come back. But, yeah, we would have one of those moments.
Yeah.
So you hope to be canceled?
Yeah.
No,
that's the snippet I heard from right there.
I mean, I hope not, but I guess it could happen. You never know. Where'd you get this jacket? This
is from a mystery box. And I used to get a mystery box every convention I went to for content reasons. And this is the best thing I ever got out of it.
Yeah, most mystery boxes kind of suck.
Oh, yeah. Well, this was like my first one, and it gave me real false confidence. that in every box there was going to be at least one gem. And it took me like years to get over it.
Is there a hood?
There is, but I can't. It won't actually fit over my head unless I really... Okay.
Nice.
Oh, let's go. This is exactly what he wears for a living. Is a Spider-Man version of this.
Okay. Mine zips all the way up.
It does zip all the way up.
All right.
But it's accurate for his to not zip all the way up because it's got to have the mouth.
He's got to have the mouth, yeah.
The mouth, yeah. All right. Next.
There you go. I like this Dr. Doom hoodie.
I know.
Very sharp.
I like it.
Very sharp. Here we go.
Uh-oh.
Just for context before I say this, you and I agree on many, many things.
Yes.
Yeah, but I should have prefaced this. This is probably going to be my least favorite episode of all time.
Yes.
Well, yeah, that's the opening.
Hat Guy.
This was the whole thing. As when I made that original stitch, I was like, I feel like Hat Guy's always right, and then my comments got mad at me.
Yes.
For a
Well,
long
no,
time.
you were right because I am always right, but you were defending me in my defense of Spider-Man: Homecoming, which don't worry, we will get into. Yeah. And you're a Last Jedi defender, which don't worry, we will get into. But this was the first time you ever came up to me and said, "Hey, Alex, you're full of shit." Was this exact topic?
Oh God.
And/or season 2 is better than season 1.
Oh.
3, 2, 1. Disagree. And you're saying agree.
I agree. Yes. I know because the time jumps. That's your beef, right?
The time jumps really bother the fuck out of me.
I don't mind the time jumps.
Because it's such a great show, I just need more of it. And it got to the point where there were just gaps in the story that it stopped becoming, oh, I want more. And it was like, I need more. Like, you're missing shit that I need.
I think it's just a matter of going into it. Like, I think, yes, like if you're trying to see it as, like I just watched it as if they were 4 like miniseries basically. Like, and I would just like, here's this week's miniseries. It's 3 episodes.
Yeah.
And then each one has like a complete arc and stuff. So I was completely satisfied that way. I never even really thought about like what comes immediately after the 3rd or 4th episode.
But season 1 is so interwoven. And
season one's a fantastic season of television. I love season 1, and it's just a different creative like outlet.
Yeah.
Like you could not span as much time as he wanted to span, and do it in that interwoven way without dropping more stuff.
No, I agree, but I wanted more seasons.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think everyone wants more seasons, but I think the biggest criticism of a television show is that there's not another bit of it that's pretty good.
Sure.
He's cooking.
Sure. I guess we'll leave it at that. Tony Gilroy's kind of the GOAT, though.
Oh, yeah. He was wonderful.
He's the man.
You were with us.
See, the thing is,
event.
not only do they invite me to this podcast every single event, but apparently they forget we were there every single time. The 3 of us all together met Tony Gilroy.
And
Diego Luna.
Yeah, Diego.
That's hilarious. You were there for that. You're at everything.
Yeah.
Until you're not.
I do well, you know?
Yeah.
And then we just wipe it from our memories, apparently. Yeah. All right, next.
Gambit is the best X-Men.
3, 2, 1.
Disagree.
Well, yeah, duh.
Yeah. Why
That's your GOAT.
Why do you like Gambit so much?
I don't mean. I guess it comes down to how you want to define best. But like, he's my favorite one.
Yeah.
And that's because there's the fun reason, which is that he's the king of thieves and he's cool and he has the dope ass power.
Right.
And those are all like the surface level things.
He's got a cool trench coat and great colors and cool hair
and accent.
That was why he's my favorite, like, since I was a kid and, like, watching him in anything. But when I started reading all the books and stuff, the reason he stays my favorite is he's a very fascinating character study of, like, that's not the real him. Like, to the point of, like, Gambit, we're going to just talk about this now for the rest of the hour. Gambit is the name that he takes on when he gets exiled from the Thieves Guild. So he's literally can't be LeBeau anymore. And so he becomes Gambit. And it's a complete persona, essentially, of this swashbuckler who, like, has no cares in the world. But then the real him is like this angsty little fucking loser. And honestly, what it reads as to me is very like autistic. Like he's mirroring what he thinks is the correct thing. After their first big breakup in the comics, Rogue and Gambit, the next issue opens with him and Bishop at a strip club, and Bishop's like, I don't know what the fuck we're doing here, man. And Gambit like thinks it's like, me neither. But this is what you do after a breakup. And I think that's viewing him in that way is what keeps him my favorite character. And it's hard because like in adaptations, they usually just do the mask. They don't really bother with the rest of him. But I like both of them.
That's cool.
Good answer.
Good answer.
Who's your favorite X-Men?
Well, it's Nightcrawler.
Yeah.
Just because of the...
I mean, he's cool.
Yeah, he's cool.
He is so cool.
What are you? What's your favorite?
Nightcrawler's up there. Normie, if we're talking just X-Men characters, Normie, opinion, Magneto. Magneto's... Magneto to me is easily the best Marvel villain.
I think if you want to talk about like best, as in like from a story perspective, I don't know if Gambit enters the conversation there. Like Magneto... Magneto surpasses, I think, comic book level ability. Like he's like a major character in literature to me. Magic also, I think, has probably one of the best stories in X-Men. So it's like, but Magneto's a good choice.
You think that Magneto time capsule him, or you think that they should evolve the origin?
No.
I'm asking you.
I think keep the origin.
Yeah.
I think the idea of like, just trade out one atrocity for the other is kind of like not great.
That's a great point.
But at what point do they have to swap? Because he's going to be 80 at least?
It comes into like...
You can slow his aging.
You have to invent something anyway. Like it's already a little weird because at this point it's like, he was a child in the Holocaust. And then he waits 50 years, and now he's suddenly revolutionary instead of like just growing up and becoming one in the 60s. But like in terms of the comics, they de-age him all the time. They de-aged him in 1970 to about the same age as Scott, so that this would never be a problem.
Yeah.
And I think you just have to add a line or something that's like, because he's a mutant, he aged. Like there are so many mutants.
Just do that.
Exactly.
There are so many mutants older than him that no one thinks about or cares. Like
Logan,
but even like Mystique is older than Logan, and like no one really thinks about it or cares that much.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Just do that.
Like he's so strong. Like his power is so ridiculous. Of course, there's some kind of...
You can make up anything.
Yeah.
It's a hand wave, and it's like obviously what you're doing is hand waving it, but like I don't know.
Yeah.
That's
it's a good thing to hand wave.
Yeah.
Superman was the best superhero movie of 2025.
3,
2, 1. Agree.
Yeah.
Disagree. What do you have ahead of it?
I'm gonna get in trouble. I would put honestly both Thunderbolts and Fantastic
Four.
I like Fantastic Four.
I loved Fantastic
We like
Four.
all three of those.
Yes.
It's just which one we like more.
You like Fantastic Four?
It's my second favorite movie of the year.
What are you talking about?
What do you mean? What am I talking about?
Okay, so they did an event for Fantastic Four, and I met Alex, and I was like, Alex, tell me this movie is good, and he went, I gave it like a 7.5, and then walked away.
But I reviewed it. I reviewed it with him, and he kind of convinced me that it is better than.
And you went to see it like 3
and then I saw it like 3 or 4 times.
Okay, well, I only know the conversation I have with you, man.
No, I loved it. I did. I'm really, really a big fan.
So
of it.
why do you like Superman?
I do. I like
Okay,
Superman.
good.
My only beef with Superman, and why I would put it lower, is I feel like everyone else got to walk out of Superman with a sense of like, this is a huge new movement for comic book movies, and I did not get that personally.
Why?
Why not?
I just didn't I don't know what y'all saw, to be honest. I'm not trying to knock it. I think it was a wonderful superhero movie. I just don't see the like new vision that everyone kept talking about.
Well, it's not.
It's a DC movie being actually great.
Well,
when
that's
was the
what it
last
is,
time
right?
we saw
Yeah.
that?
But that's what it all is. It's just like, it didn't suck. But then it would turn into like, this is the new, like, this is what we need. What it felt like to me was an earlier MCU movie. And I liked the early MCU movies. And I like seeing one with Superman.
Yeah.
But like
I don't think it was necessarily
me.
revolutionary for all superhero media ever. It was just the fact that it is the first Superman movie we've gotten in 20 years that people can generally see what Superman is about. And then it is also the start of the DCU. So I think those two things, that's why it's revolutionary, because it's finally giving us a whole universe of DC and an interpretation of Superman that people
I will say,
like.
I am more excited about the DCU at this point than I am the MCU.
Before. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what people are
a
saying.
big part of that is Superman. And
it's good.
Another reason why people rave about it is something that we talked about a lot on this podcast. The level of pressure on that movie
Yeah.
is to the level of Infinity War and Endgame. And those were events that obviously everybody was talking about. I think Superman's the same.
No, I would agree with that. It had an impossible benchmark it needed to hit, and it did.
It did.
And so,
Yeah.
good on
But
them.
you prefer Thunderbolts and Fantastic
Just from like
Four.
an actual like what I would prefer to watch perspective, yes.
I saw both of those movies multiple times in theaters. I saw Thunderbolts 4 times.
That's wow. That's nice.
I love rewatching movies in theaters. I love it.
They're all good. They're all good.
We got lucky this year.
Yeah,
this
we
year
We
had
did. It was a
good
wonderful year.
It was a
wonderful year. What was the worst superhero project in 2025?
I don't know, one I didn't watch probably.
Mm.
Was it just those three?
I mean, in terms of movies, there was also Captain America, but I think he's also talking TV shows.
Yeah, like Daredevil Born Again.
Probably that. This is hard for me because I didn't watch the Captain America movie and I didn't watch the Daredevil past episode 3. So
Why did you stop watching after?
because I thought it
episode
was
3?
bad.
Yeah.
But I don't want to be like, it's the worst one. It might get good. I don't know. He likes it.
I love it. Yeah.
But like,
It's his favorite thing ever.
I didn't care for the first 3.
Yeah.
So
McDonald's is the best fast food chain. 3, 2, 1. Agree.
Disagree.
Ooh.
what?
What do y'all have ahead of it?
Okay, let's see if I can control again. I have Taco Bell.
Okay.
Dude, Taco Bell's been a roller coaster for me. I used to hate it, then I loved it, then I hated it again. But then I had it after LA Comic Con. It was like the best thing I've ever eaten. I would put McDonald's over Taco Bell as of right now. I know I'm the crazy person for saying Arby's.
No, you're fine.
I think McDonald's does have a lot of choices. Like, I love Chick-fil-A, but like Chick-fil-A doesn't have the variety that McDonald's has. So I understand why you're saying that.
Well, I'm not saying it for the variety. I get the same thing every fucking time.
Oh, that's true.
But the fries are so good.
Fries are
It's
good.
like I can't put anything ahead of it. Like there isn't a fast food meal item that even compares to McDonald's fries, in my opinion.
I think you're correct, factually.
Like
I would not. I don't care about fries in general.
that's such a shame. I
What's your
feel
go-to
bad for
Taco
you.
Bell order?
Well, they used to have something called a quesarito, and that was my
Yes.
favorite thing on earth.
Yeah.
But then they got rid of it. No, Taco Bell is just a different taste than all other fast food joints, and I
Yeah.
appreciate that it's not the same.
Uh-huh.
Because it's
McDonald's
not real
tastes
meat.
like plastic to me.
Uh-oh. All right. Well, I like the Doritos Locos Tacos. I'm not.
good.
I'm not shitting on Taco Bell. I'm just respecting McDonald's.
You are after. Physically.
No.
And I never got that.
That doesn't happen. to me.
My hot take on that is I feel like it's because Taco Bell seasons their food, and there are people out there
I
who
think it's
have
because
not had
their
it.
meat is not real.
None of their meat's real. You think McDonald's is
No,
a
no,
cow? I don't know where any of them get their food from,
No.
but that is a question for God, not for me.
All right. Last agree or disagree.
Okay.
Superman, Man of Tomorrow, will be even better than Superman.
Is it not
2025.
Superman Man of Tomorrow? It's just Man of Tomorrow.
I don't give a fuck.
I think it's an important distinction.
Man of Tomorrow will be better than Superman.
3, 2, 1.
Disagree.
Disagree.
I lied.
Agree.
You're gonna
I do
say
agree because I'm thinking about it, and if the rumors of what Man of Tomorrow are true, I think I will like it more.
Uh-huh.
Because it seems, first of all, we get Lex in the power armor, and
Yeah.
that's going to be
So
wonderful.
peak.
And then, second of all, it seems like it might be all about which one of them's the Man of Tomorrow, and then them going up against an even bigger baddie. And I think that is just such a fascinating plot, and I would love to see what James Gunn does with it. And yeah.
I think it's going to be Chiwetel Ejiofor for Brainiac. That's the High Evolutionary from Guardians 3.
You think he would basically be the same role again, though?
I know, but doesn't he reuse people all the time?
He
for similar
reuses the
roles?
same
He
people
was also
all
in
the time for
Peacemaker, though.
similar roles.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's Myrn, Peacemaker. If he's the High Evolution.
Yeah, it is. It is the same actor, but they retcon shit like that all the fucking
He's not in season
time.
2. He's in season 1.
He's in season 1. He's the one who has the butterfly in his head. He's like leading the team.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. I never made that connection.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
But Michael Rooker is in every
Yeah, but that's
single-
like, I think that's going to be their Stanley. I think he's going to put Rooker in every movie. He's already joked about it on
All
his
right,
podcast.
Tudyk's in
and that's it.
everything. Tudyk is in a bunch of things.
Tudyk's said a lot of voices.
You're pissing me off right now.
Because he's
I gotta beat him. Give me a second. Let me
Yeah,
beat
well,
you.
okay, the only way I would give it to you is because they retcon season 1 so much, they literally just take the Justice League out.
No, I don't think he's opposed to it. I just feel like it's not like he's like, I wish I could
Who
do
would
this.
you want
but
for
not.
Brainiac?
I don't care.
Who would you want?
I don't freaking him.
Yeah.
It could be. He'd do fine. I try not to get worked up over fan casting or even real casting because I feel like casting people know what they're doing 90% of the time more than the average person does.
Thank you!
Sarah.
I'm so sick of people being like, oh, we got a rumor of this one thing from this one Twitter account about a casting in 2 years. Let's all freak out about it.
Yeah.
Calm the freak down.
I'm like, because it's also, when people hear that, they just think, oh, it's going to be X other character they've played, and it's never that. Like, I guess in a rare occurrences it is. Like, Jesse Eisenberg, people got right. That was what he did. But, like, in general, if the casting agent thinks you could kill a part that's out of type, they're usually good at it.
Yeah.
People hated Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man when that first got announced.
People hated Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger.
People hated the hate I got for Ben Affleck. He got so much hate for Batman, and you love him.
I love Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
Me too. I love
I think what it is
yeah.
is at the end of the day, if it's good, people forget that they were ever mad. And that's like even Wicked, like Cynthia Erivo was going through the fucking,
she was incredible.
Yeah, and she was great.
Ariana Grande too.
Yeah.
I was like, really, Ariana Grande?
And then they killed, and now it's everyone's like, oh, no one else could ever play him. And it's like, yeah, because you watched it happen.
Yeah. So just wait. Wait and watch it. Goodness gracious.
Sarah Finn is one of the most unspoken
I think
goats of the MCU.
I'm sad because I'm pretty sure that she was gonna get a lifetime casting award for at the Oscars, the first casting thing, but I don't think Fantastic Four has the juice to win it. But I thought that she was gonna get it.
She'll win another one. She'll win it.
One day.
I'm not worried about it. She is such an important building block of the MCU. You know, the only movie she didn't cast is Hulk.
No,
That's crazy.
she's fundamental to why the movies are good. And it's completely not spoken about.
Not spoken about at all. It's something God, would I love to have her on the podcast.
Oh, that would be so
Oh
fun.
my gosh. Like that's...
Especially back in the day, she was finding relatively unknown people.
Yeah.
Or like casting bizarrely out of type. Like not Steve, that's not his real name. Chris Evans as Cap is such a crazy choice in the moment in time.
Yes.
It is funny to
And it locked him down for 10 years. Like that contract, that first contract, the reason he wasn't considering it, he was like, I just did it with Human Torch. And like he was like, this is like the next 10 years of my life. Like, do I really want to do that? Like, so she knew.
Yeah. Well, that's what's really funny is he
Unbelievable.
plays wisecracking smartass and then gets cast as the only non-wisecracking smartass in the franchise.
Yeah.
And then the moment Endgame's done, he goes back to being a wisecracking
Knives
smartass.
Out.
Yeah, immediately. And Knives Out.
Immediately.
He's back to wisecracking smartass. He just took a little break to be Captain America for 10 years.
And he's spectacular.
And he's wonderful.
Yeah.
And he's that in Red One. He's that in everything.
Yeah, it's just that's his type.
Yeah.
But they just already had RDJ, so they were like, "You got to be the straight man now,"
do
and he was like,
something completely
"Okay."
different, and it worked.
And he
It
was
worked.
spectacular. Yeah. Shout out Sarah Finn, man. All right, so we're going to do a new segment. This is a segment that we've never done before, and it's a bit inspired by your most popular segment that you do on your TikTok that I think is just wonderful, just hilarious. And for any of our viewers or anything, we he'll be linked in the bio and everything. Highly recommend you check it out because these skits are so hilarious. But essentially what he does is you put a popular movie version of a character in the 616 universe or in a traditional comics universe, and it's Thanos having a conversation, MCU Thanos having a conversation with 616 Thanos, and they're going back and forth. Oh no, I killed half the universe because I'm trying to fuck death. And what? I'm trying to just balance the. Well, why don't you just make more resources? No, it doesn't work like that. And they're these hilarious skits, and so that was inspired by this. And what we're just gonna do is we're just gonna kind of podcastify that and just kind of debate about it.
Okay.
What's better, what's worse, etc., etc. But we'll start with the easiest.
Also, somewhat of an education segment because he is the comics guy.
Yes.
And
much more than the both of us.
Yes.
So you're going to be answering a lot of questions, we assume.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but real quick, before we get into the specifics, I want to ask you, what do you think is the best change for the MCU from a character from the comics? Something that's completely different, something that you never see in the comics, but something the MCU established. What is something that sticks out to you as a great change that they made?
See, I would have had one if I had thought of it earlier.
Yeah, no, totally off the cuff on this podcast.
On the top of my head, I don't actually know if it predates the movies. It might, but immediately having Iron Man give up the secret identity, I think puts the MCU in a whole other ballgame. Because for a long time, he has a secret identity in the comics.
Yeah.
Like for a long time, actually. I think it might actually be from the movies. I don't know. But that would be, just off the top of my head, one great change they made.
Yeah, I like that a lot. And then what would you say, what sticks out to you as one of the worst, if not the worst change for the MCU from a character from the comics? That was a great answer, by the way.
I don't know. I think in general they're pretty. The issue is like in general it's all watered down, and I think that would be the general take. Is like because when they started they were so trying to be like real, and I think because of that they're still kind of mired in this reality where everyone's a little bit less.
You don't feel that they
Give us top 3 examples of that.
I think like I'm trying not to get into like the nerfed of it all, but like Hulk,
of course,
is I think he's not even that his power. It's just they take away a lot of his like oomph as a character.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm trying to think of other things in these movies now. Movies I've seen hundreds of times.
Hulk's a good answer.
But yeah, I don't know.
You don't think...
here's one I don't like.
Yeah.
They made Ultron Tony's baby instead of Pym's. I think it's absurd to me
Disagree with you
Ant-Man
completely
comes out after... Actually, here, now we're back.
This is a terrible opinion of yours. That is one of the better retcons they've made.
I think it works for the movies because of they had forgotten to establish Hank Pym as a character.
Yeah.
But I think that is also a problem. I think Hank and Janet should have been bigger characters in this franchise.
Sure. I don't disagree with that.
But Ultron, the thing is, Ultron is, at this point, essentially Hank's whole thing. Like... to the point that they like merge together and stuff. Like Hank is Victor Frankenstein, and that's Frankenstein's monster. And so when you give that to Tony, you have to do nothing with Hank because you gave his shit away.
Yeah.
But at that point in the MCU,
Hank doesn't exist.
Well, it doesn't exist. Ant-Man comes out the next movie.
Yeah.
All you had to do was flip him around.
Yeah.
It could have worked, or introduce him in Ultron and then have Ant-Man be about him.
Yeah.
But
I think it's just annoying because so many, like, everything ties back to Iron Man. Even Spider-Man villains at this point.
Because Iron Man's their anchor.
Right. So, but taking away, like, or giving origins from Spider-Man's villains to Iron Man, and then also now Hank's baby to Iron Man can be a little repetitive.
Even with the Spider-Man villains, I would say, it works in the context of the film franchise.
Correct.
Because, like, it's a logical next step of, like, Tony has all this machinery or whatever, people are now using it for evil. I get that, but it just sucks that, like, the original concepts are gone. Not gone, they're in the comics, but gone from the movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. Him making Ultron in the MCU makes so much sense.
It does.
I like it so much.
It objectively
so I disagree
makes sense. It's just
there's so many changes that they make in the MCU that I don't like because you're taking something away from a comics character that I like, and it's bad.
Name one.
The Mandarin in Iron Man 3.
Oh no, I love the Mandarin in Iron Man 3.
Why?
I think, this is first of all, you're not a fan of the Mandarin. No one's a fan of the Mandarin of the comics. Name one Mandarin comic you've read.
Sure.
Right.
You don't think building him up as this big bad and everything like that? No, because
that's the point of the movie. Like, the whole point of the movie is the propaganda and the white guy using a person of color as a fear-mongering source while he's actually the one causing all the terrorism. I think that is brilliant. I'm a big defender of Iron Man 3. It has its problems, for sure. But, like, I think the central concept of the racist villain, which is what he is in the comics that no one's ever read, is, in fact, a racist caricature in the lore of this movie is smart.
All right.
Now, they also, to be fair, do make the Mandarin a good character in Shang-Chi later.
Yes.
So, like, that was, I guess, an option. You could have just made him good to begin with, but it took him a long time to get around to that one.
All right. Sure. What I was going to ask you earlier before he rudely cut me off.
I just not talked in like 10 minutes.
I literally said go ahead, and then you told me
No, I was joking. So you're talking about how like they watered everything down in the MCU and they dumb everything down, and I like that take. Is it that something that you should be so excited about in the DCU? Because I don't think they did that at all in Superman.
No, DCU
I don't think they dumbed anything down in
full
the
comic
DCU.
right out the gate, and I think
that's great.
I agree. I'm on yes.
Yeah, all right.
I think that is like one of the strongest perks. But it's also like as a society, we finally kind of gotten there. Like Marvel's not realistic in any capacity anymore. That was a solidly like phase 1 concept they were trying to do. Now we're completely ridiculous, and that's just where I prefer to be.
You think phase 1 is good of the MCU?
I think it's fine.
Do you think it's important to watch?
Yes, I think it's important.
You don't think you could just start with Avengers 1 and call it a day?
I think phase 1 works as its own little thing, to be fully honest. Like, if of all of the movies, I feel like I'd have the weirdest time just watching one of the Phase 1 films. Like, I think that it's such a set 6 movies that build off of each other and then come together. I like it a lot. Now, you could probably start with Avengers, and that's just like not watching the set that I'm talking about. Like, you could always just not watch something, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So let's hop into this. Let's talk about, Fantastic Four just came out, so I want to do some comparisons. Obviously, Galactus, big part of that movie. Obviously, big character in the comics. I heard you say something that I really liked, which was, I think this is from your trailer reaction for Fantastic Four, where you were talking, your initial teaser, where you were like, it's kind of weird if the Fantastic Four beat Galactus, because you're going to have a hard time selling an audience if these 4 alone beat Galactus, if you ever want to try and bring him back again. I think after seeing this movie, I don't think he's coming back.
Okay, so that is like the opposite of my take.
Okay.
So what that was I made a video, and I was saying that, like, I guess so, okay, the first video I did say something like this, where I was like, yes, if they beat Galactus, but I was basically arguing to not bring him back. And it was other people being like, no, he's got to be the villain of the next Avengers movie, because everyone wanted him to be an Avengers level threat.
Yeah, of course.
And I hate the idea of the entire Fantastic Four movie being a setup to do the same plot in the next Avengers movie.
Sure.
And this was like back when, like, we didn't know what was going to be the next Avengers movie. And so that was my rallying point. I was like, well, why would we care if the 4 of them just handled him?
Right.
But no, I don't think he's coming back. I think Galactus is a Fantastic Four villain.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, not to go against the thing I said at the beginning of the movie, or the podcast, Lego Marvel Superheroes confused a lot of people, and by having him be the big bad. And you know what? It's fun in the game, but like the Fantastic Four handle him.
Yeah. Usually. Well, it's
with the help of the Watcher or something.
Yeah, a Watcher.
You always need some bigger thing, because if he's going to be like a celestial force, then not the Celestials, but if he's going to be a huge force, you need some outside help. But like, it's not. It should never be.
Fantastic Four don't just handle him.
No, but like it should never be. If we had more people shooting him, we'd be fine.
Right. No,
you know?
it's always some sort of brain thing. It's always some sort of the Watcher takes the Human Torch and puts them across the universe to try and learn how to whatever.
Exactly. It's like you got to go truly cosmic with it, and you don't need more people for that.
It's always a Uatu going, I can't interfere. But here's the ultimate nullifier.
Uatu loves interfering. It's so funny.
It.
In one of the old X-Men comics, they're like on the moon for reasons. It's Dark Phoenix Saga time. Yeah. But I think it's Wolverine just happens into Uatu's house.
Yeah.
And Uatu's like, hey, great.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just going to go ahead and explain who I am real quick to you. Love to see it, buddy. That's actually, I'm pretty sure, too, how the Fantastic Four meet him is they're on the moon fighting Red Ghost.
Yes.
And then Uatu's like, hey.
Yes.
Didn't know you guys came up here. That's
and he's
awesome.
like, you got to be aware of Galactus. By the way, here's the ultimate nullifier. And, Reed's such a fucking lunatic. He's like, I'll kill myself. I'll kill you. I don't care. That's something I didn't like about Galactus in the movie. Okay. Which, I wouldn't have changed this because it fits in the movie. But that was something that I was like, how the fuck are you going to beat him if you can't reason with him? Because he's constantly like, he isn't a being. He doesn't have wants. He doesn't have needs. He doesn't really have fears in the Fantastic Four movie from 2025. He just kind of, he's like, oh, I'm a devourer. I'm going to feed whatever. But it's just, he wants to die. He wants to be done. He wants Franklin to have to do it.
Yeah.
Instead of him.
Yeah, I'd push back that he's a guy without wants or needs. I think he is a guy with wants and needs. His need is hunger. That's like the number one thing with him. And his want is Franklin.
Okay, but I want him to want to live. If
Galactus should not want to live.
Oh, I disagree with that completely. Because then you can't ultimate nullify him, and that's the best part. That's the best thing.
That's totally valid. But in terms of like this specific context, I think like the idea of a man who lived past the entirety of his universe, who is now this monstrosity who must eat planets in order to survive. I think one of the best parts of the Fantastic Four movie is everybody is sort of compromised by the fact that Galactus has to exist, including Galactus himself. Like the Silver Surfer is like has to kill a bunch of other planets to save her planet. The question of whether or not they're going to let Earth die to save Franklin. And even he has to eat things. And it's like, he didn't start out eating planets. And I think that that's a central tenet, and I've now forgotten where I started. So what are we doing?
We'll go to the podcast.
We were talking about...
Where are you at?
I just want Galactus to...
Oh, yeah. But I'm saying, like, I think that if you have all of that angst about, like, I have to eat planets to survive, and you've been alive for more than an entire universe, I feel like it's reasonable to be like, hey,
done. Yeah.
that kid can take my curse from me. Let him. Also, like, Franklin is like the successor to Galactus, so I thought that was neat they included it.
Staying with Fantastic Four, they put in Shala Bal, but she's just Norn Rad.
I like that.
As a character, you liked this.
I did. Well, I think, yeah. So my original take, what I thought you were going to say earlier, actually, was when people get mad about Shara Bal existing. And I was like, you don't know that they can't do Norn Rad stories with her. Like, it could be the same character, just looking like a woman. And it basically was.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
like,
That's exactly what they did.
I think you could still get some pretty good Silver Surfer stories out of this woman. And I think... I forgot again. What was this?
We're just comparing her to Norn Rad, and they're very similar characters, but you were about to go on a tangent.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I like it.
Yeah. I like it because it makes the relationship with Johnny.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
I thought that was fun.
I think the other thing is that you have this wonderful mirror of her and Sue as mothers that needed to protect their kids and what they're willing to do. My bigger issue with Fantastic Four, like one of my only true issues with the movie, is that they never have a conversation because they prioritize the Human Torch relationship. And that's a good scene. I just would have liked any sort of acknowledgement that those two women were going through the exact same predicament.
That would have, yeah.
And I think that would have helped also like explain why she was a woman and not like, well, why they turned her into a woman and not just because Johnny needs to have a romantic interest.
That would have also helped the Deus Ex Machina of her coming in to save the day 40 minutes after.
Right, because right now it just looks like it's because she likes Johnny.
Correct.
Yeah.
You give them one scene where they talk and she sees Franklin as a baby.
Yeah.
And she sees the mom. Make it the same scene where Johnny does the whole language thing. Have her come
Well, that's
out.
what I think, yeah. So the bigger issue to me is like, they never fully get to the point of like, it's Franklin or the world. But it's also, if you move Galactus, he's eating other planets. Like, then you're just widening out and you're protecting Earth instead of other people.
Yeah.
And like, that is what the Silver Surfer did. And so I think if they had ever drawn that connection and squared that circle, then people would have had a better understanding of, one, why Galactus was a threat, why the Silver Surfer is tragic, and why she wants to sacrifice herself at the end.
I love all of it. I love all of this.
How many more do you have?
Quite a few. Are we done?
Are we over an hour?
We are over an hour. Let's do one or two more. We can do the rest on the Patreon.
All right, let's do a fun one. Snyder Lex Luthor, Gunn Lex Luthor, Comics Lex Luthor. Let's talk about it. What do you feel? How do you feel? What do you think of Snyder Lex Luthor? Let's start with that.
I don't care for him.
Okay.
I think it was an interesting attempt.
Yeah.
I think if they had gone, what it was is it was them thinking he's gonna be weird in this one and he'll be better in another one. I think was the idea.
Mm-hmm. By the way, we've
didn't
already
play.
seen Nicholas Holt's Lex Luthor as many times as we ever saw Jesse Eisenberg.
Yeah,
Just saying.
that's because no
We've
one
seen
liked
it
him.
more.
It's not correct.
Was he in two things? What's he in?
He's
Eisenberg.
in two things. He's the main villain of Batman v Superman, and then he makes a cameo in the after credit scene of both Snyder Cut and Justice League. He says two different
he
things.
does.
He's in the Justice League version?
Yeah, he's in the Justice League. In the Justice League version, he says we're going to create a legion of our own, and and Deathstroke is all of a sudden happy about this and cheers to it. Doesn't make any sense. That was from the reshoot. Then we find out from the Snyder Cut that he tells him that Bruce Wayne is Batman, and that's why Deathstroke is celebrating. And then that makes a whole lot more sense.
That does make more sense.
And that was supposed to lead into the Batman Ben Affleck movie.
But I think Snyder had such, I don't know what the vision was, but he had such a specific vision for what he wanted this universe to be.
Yeah.
It's not
And that
any
included
Lex I recognize.
Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, Lex Luthor.
Well, it's it is, I think, supposed to be.
That's what that is.
But what's funny is that Holt, I think, is a better Elon Musk Zuckerberg, or an Elon Musk Lex than.
I think Holt is doing so much more of a Tom Cruise thing.
Yeah, there's a Tom Cruise element
Yeah.
into it. But I think in terms of like just the way he uses, like even like the Twitter monkeys is, I think, a pretty
Yeah, sure, that's a good point. Yeah.
Like I think the way he uses his money for like especially petty things and how it's framed in that movie is like he's like an Elon type.
Sure,
but it's also the culture has shifted on how we view Elon as like weird eccentric dude who might be evil to straight up Nazi.
Yeah.
So like time has changed. He's in Iron Man 2 when people were
yeah.
calling him Tony Stark, like the real life one.
Yeah.
So
Trump's in Home Alone too?
Trump is in Home Alone too.
Gunn, Lex Luthor. I mean, yeah. So how do you think Gunn Lex Luthor compares to comics Lex Luthor? Because we were talking about this. I would love to see Lex run for president.
Yeah.
But I don't know if Nicholas Hoult can do that. What do you think?
Why? Well, first of all, Nicholas Hoult can definitely do it.
Okay.
Like, he's one of, I think, our better actors right now.
Yeah, sure. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the character you've established in Superman.
I think that's what Man of Tomorrow is going to be. Like, Man of Tomorrow is going to be him, if not actually getting redeemed, conning the world into thinking he's being redeemed.
Yeah.
I made a post about this too. Was when they announced it, they had
unbelievable, so unprofessional. Come on our podcast
and not even silence your phone.
How dare you?
I'm deleting this entire footage.
Unbelievable. We just took the link right out of the description. They can find you on their own.
My bad.
No, I think Holt's character can run for president. I mean, he's literally in the room commanding the room with a bunch of generals.
Everyone
and
likes
officials.
him until he gets exposed at the end, and I don't think it's going to be hard for him to con people into thinking he's become better. And it's like what I think Man of Tomorrow is going to be is both of them competing to be seen as the savior of humanity, and Superman just kind of being that, and then Lex being like, no, it's me actually. And what I was saying earlier is the Instagrams is James Gunn posted an Instagram that's like the two of them hanging out. Corn Sweat posted a picture of the two of them fighting together, and then Lex Luthor's Nicholas Holt's Instagram post is them straight up fighting. And I'm like, to Lex, this is going to be a battle with Superman. It's just going to be on his side.
Opinion.
Yeah.
I think they're going to do the fist thing where, like, obviously he's still clearly evil, but he's going to con the world into thinking that he's doing something good. And the whole who's the real savior?
Who's the Man of Tomorrow?
Yeah,
that's why I think it's not going to be
easily lead into.
I think it's not going to be Superman. The reason I corrected you earlier is I made a video also where I was like, it's going to be Superman Man of Tomorrow by the time it comes out, and everyone clowned on me and brought this up, and I thought they were right. So it is like, if it is, the question is which one's which. I think it won't be. It'll just be Man of Tomorrow. Or, depending how Peacemaker goes, if he shows up more, maybe it'll be Lex Luthor Man of Tomorrow. We'll see.
No way.
Oh, the thing is, you got to have some name recognition in it. I can't imagine they just put a movie out that's called Man of Tomorrow.
Well, that was, I think that was part of the reason why the Marvels did so bad. That should have been Captain Marvel too.
Yeah. The Marvels, yeah. Well, it's also the Thunderbolts should have just been New Avengers. They should have just full sent that.
You think?
Yeah, I mean, Thunderbolts is like the correct name for what they were trying to do, but like New Avengers, you would have had butts and seats. We're not coming out for Thunderbolts.
But like everyone would have been so mad. They're gonna be like, "Oh, Yelena and Red Guardian is our New Avengers." Like,
but I think
the hate would have outweighed any positive they would have gotten from butts and seats, to be honest. Because they're not even they're technically not even the New Avengers because Sam is copywriting it, so like we still don't really know.
Well, Sam's going to be the Avengers, I think. I think we're getting to where we're going to have multiple Avengers teams. But this is my other issue with like Phase 4 or 5 or whatever the fuck we're on.
I think we're just
we should have New Avengers should have come out like 3 years ago, and it should have been we should have had the equivalent of Avengers 1 should have been this Thunderbolts team. The equivalent of Avengers 2 should have been Sam's team, and now going to Doomsday, we should be like, oh my god, can't wait for them to meet, instead of just having met one group and then not even having seen the second one.
Literally any sort of having these characters meet at all in any capacity would be nice. Yeah.
Well,
but like I've said, maybe they will be meeting in this movie, and this is the movie where we finally get that.
No, I mean that's my larger issue with Doomsday. Not issue, but like caution with Doomsday is can you have the big climax also be the main follow up to all of these solo films? Because usually you got to have a middle piece. You know, you could pull it off, and that's why Marvel Zombies rose my stake in this, because I was like, there's no way they do it, but I was watching Marvel Zombies and I was enjoying seeing Shang-Chi talk to Kamala and stuff, and I was like, it's possible. It's just a matter of how you do it.
It's possible, and like I've said, I'm trying to view Doomsday a little bit more like the first Avengers as opposed to viewing it as Infinity War. It's like, this isn't the end. This is maybe the start where they're using this movie as the movie to bring everyone together. We don't know that.
Well, it's Doomsday and Secret Wars then.
And then what?
Well, then they reboot.
No.
I would not hold my breath for further. After
who do you think they're rebooting, and how?
I think they're rebooting the whole thing. Even Feige was like, "Oh, we got to take it back."
No, it's not what he said.
I think they're gonna reboot after Secret Wars.
I think. Well, they're definitely not recasting. A lot of people think they're recasting.
No, I don't think they're gonna recast.
He literally said, "I don't want to use these words, but like a reboot in the sense that like." We're starting new storylines and we're having a different bad. Like, we're telling new stories, but not that we're getting rid of all of these characters and we're starting over with something new or recasting people. Like, I don't think that's what he meant.
I don't think it's going to be... I think it's going to be a very soft reboot of where some characters will stay, other characters will suddenly be around. And, like, we move forward, but I don't think it's... I think Secret Wars.
But
I think
Doomsday and
Secret Wars
can lead us into that.
Well, I'm saying I think Secret Wars is the finale for what we have to this point. Like I think Secret Wars is not a middle step to this new world. We're gonna see
Doomsday
the new world
be.
on the other side. Yeah, but then it's a step to the Secret Wars.
Yeah.
But that's
No,
like
it's definitely messier than the first Avengers. I'm just trying to help it a little bit. They use Doomsday kind of like they used Avengers, where they're using that movie as a place to help all these characters meet.
Well, what was frustrating is I think Thunderbolts could it was just the universe got so big that we still have characters we haven't done. That's why you need to have two
But
teams.
some of the most important characters we haven't done.
Yeah, no, that's
Ghost is not as important as Spider-Man.
They needed
or
another movie for Sam's team. I stand by that. But I do think like the vibe of the first Avengers, to me, is what Thunderbolts could have been if it had come out not right before Doomsday. Is like if we had gotten this team like 2022, I think it would have felt like that because it's also we've seen all these characters in other things. Most of them came out by 2022. Like they really could have done this a long time ago. But
yeah, I agree with you. I just like you said, I think it's missing some big characters in that for it to be.
Well, that's why I think you need the two of them. Yeah. Like I don't think you can. There is no way, I think, to consistently bring everyone together. Even with the chair announcement, they don't have everyone there because at a certain point, it's got really big.
Yeah.
Cool.
You want to go to Patreon?
Yeah, so if you are interested to see more with Nikhil, we're going to be doing a full episode on the Patreon.
We're going to do a bracket. We're going to do that.
So we're going to talk Last Jedi. So,
oh, God.